stop scrolling. Breathe. This video did not appear in your reality by chance. It did not exist for you until your consciousness, your awareness, chose this exact moment to observe it. You have been called here. Today we are going to dismantle the greatest myth of manifestation, the myth of trying, the illusion that you must struggle, force, and wrestle your desires into existence. You have been taught that effort equals results, but in the quantum realm, the opposite is true. By the end of our time together, you will not just understand, but you will feel the immense power of the quantum collapse, and you will know how to create, not by force, but by a profound and sacred act of surrender. Have you ever felt that the harder you push for something, the faster it runs away? Let me know in the comments below. Your journey of remembrance starts now. Before we proceed, you must reimagine the very fabric of existence. Do not think of reality as a solid, fixed, and external world that you were simply born into. Instead, see it for what it truly is, an infinite, vibrating ocean of pure potential. This is the quantum field. It is a formless, invisible sea of energy containing every possible outcome, every potential timeline, every version of you and your life that could ever exist. It is the silent, pregnant void from which all things emerge. And your consciousness, your awareness, is the divine instrument that gazes into this boundless ocean of what could be, and, through the act of pure observation, commands a single possibility to emerge. Your attention is not passive. It is the most powerful creative force in the universe. It is the act of selection. When you observe, you are not merely seeing what is already there. You are participating in its very creation, collapsing the wave of infinite potentials into the particle of your experience. Let's first address the energy of trying. What does it truly mean when you say you are trying to manifest something? It is an admission of its absence. It is a declaration to the universe that you do not currently possess what you desire. This act of striving is born from a frequency of lack, a deep-seated belief that you are separate from your desire and must bridge a vast gap through sheer will. This energy of effort, this desperate push, sends a powerful signal into the quantum field. The signal is not "I desire abundance," but rather "I am in a state of not having abundance." The field, which is an impartial mirror, does not judge your words or your wishes. It flawlessly reflects your state of being. And so it delivers to you more experiences of not having, more reasons to try, more evidence of the very gap you are desperately trying to close. This is the paradox. Your effort to escape lack only reinforces the reality of lack itself. The universe is not a stubborn beast to be tamed. It is a responsive dance partner, and you have been trying to lead with force instead of grace. The quantum realm operates on principles that defy our classical Newtonian understanding of the world. In the physical world, pushing a boulder requires immense effort, but in the quantum world of creation, your focused, forceful push creates an equal and opposite resistance. Think of trying to catch a butterfly with a net. The more frantically you swing, the more you disturb the air, and the more erratically the butterfly flits away. Your frantic energy repels the very thing you seek. Your manifestation is that butterfly. It exists as a delicate, high-frequency potential in the field. The energy of desperate trying is a chaotic, low-frequency storm. It is dissonant. It creates energetic turbulence that makes it impossible for the delicate pattern of your desire to crystallize into your reality. The universe isn't withholding from you. Your own energetic output is scrambling the signal. You are shouting your order into a cosmic telephone while simultaneously creating so much static that the message can never be clearly received or fulfilled. This is why vision boards, affirmations, and repetitive visualizations can sometimes fail and even backfire. When these techniques are performed from a place of desperation, they become tools of resistance. Each time you affirm, "I am wealthy," while your entire being screams, "I am broke," you are creating an energetic civil war within yourself. You are overlaying a thin, fragile thought of abundance on top of a mountain of deeply ingrained belief in scarcity. The quantum field responds to the dominant vibration, the song your subconscious is singing, not the single note you are trying to hold with your conscious mind. The act becomes a painful reminder of what you don't have, amplifying the feeling of lack. You are essentially staring at a photograph of a feast while starving, and in doing so, you are only making your hunger more acute. The key is not to repeat the words louder, but to change the underlying feeling state from which you speak them. The illusion of control is the great addiction of the human ego. The ego believes it must manage, strategize, and force every outcome. It needs to know the how, the when, and the where. This need for control stems from a fundamental distrust in the universe and in your own creative power. It's the belief that if you let go of the oars, your boat will crash upon the rocks. So you row frantically against the current, exhausting yourself in the process. This white-knuckling of reality is the very definition of resistance. It's like trying to build a complex structure with a blueprint in one hand while constantly shaking the foundation with the other. The universe has a far more elegant, efficient, and magical path to your desire than your limited conscious mind can ever conceive. Your insistence on controlling the journey is the one thing preventing the destination from reaching you. True manifestation requires that you release your grip on the how and when. Now let us speak of the sacred alternative, surrender. And we must be clear, surrender is not resignation. It is not giving up. It is not waving a white flag in defeat and saying, "I guess this will never happen for me." That is despair. And it is the lowest frequency of all. No, quantum surrender is the ultimate act of power. It is the conscious release of resistance. It is a profound and unshakable trust in the unseen. It is the calm, knowing state of having already placed your order with the cosmic kitchen, and now you are simply enjoying the ambiance of the restaurant, knowing with absolute certainty that your meal is being prepared and will arrive at the perfect time. Surrender is the energetic state of "it is done." It is a peaceful, powerful alignment with the creative forces of the universe, a declaration of trust that what is yours is already on its way to you through the path of least resistance. What is the physics of surrender? When you release the desperate need to control the outcome, your energetic field transforms. The frantic, chaotic frequency of trying dissolves, and you enter a state of coherence. This is a state of zero-point energy, a place of pure potential where you are no longer sending out the signal of lack. In this state of allowing, you become a clear channel. You become a superconductor for universal energy. By letting go, you are not becoming passive, you are becoming powerfully receptive. You are opening the door that you were previously blocking with your own struggle. Imagine a radio. Trying is like frantically twisting the dial back and forth, creating nothing but static. Surrender is calmly and precisely tuning to the exact frequency of the station you wish to hear, and then simply allowing the music to flow through. The music was always there, waiting. Your only job was to tune in and allow it. This state of surrender is the fertile ground from which all miracles spring. It is achieved not by thinking harder, but by feeling deeper. The gateway to surrender is through the heart. It is the feeling of gratitude for what is already on its way. It is the feeling of peace in the present moment. It is the feeling of relief that comes from knowing you don't have to figure it all out. You can cultivate this state through meditation by focusing on your breath and allowing thoughts of struggle to pass without judgment. You can cultivate it by spending time in nature, observing the effortless grace with which life unfolds. You can cultivate it by deliberately focusing on things you are already grateful for, which attunes your entire being to the frequency of receiving. Surrender is a practice. It is the practice of choosing trust over fear, moment by moment, until it becomes your natural state of being. It is the conscious decision to rest in the certainty that all is well. Once you enter this state of surrender, the universe begins to speak to you. This is where synchronicity comes alive. You will start to notice patterns, signs, and so-called coincidences that are anything but. You'll think of an old friend, and they will call you that very day. You'll have a question, and the answer will appear on a billboard or in a song on the radio. You will see recurring number sequences like 111 or 444. These are not random occurrences. These are winks from the universe. They are echoes from the quantum field, confirming that your request has been heard and your reality is now being rearranged to accommodate it. These synchronicities are breadcrumbs on the path, letting you know that you are in alignment. The ego, with its need for struggle, will often dismiss these signs. But the surrendered heart recognizes them as love notes from the divine, proof that you are being guided, supported, and that your manifestation is collapsing into form. Let's re-examine the observer effect, for it is here that the deepest secret lies. You have been told that you collapse reality with your thoughts. This is only a partial truth. You do not collapse reality with your thoughts alone. You collapse it with your entire state of being. Your observation is a composite frequency made up of your conscious thoughts, your subconscious beliefs, your emotional state, and the vibration of your physical body. A thought of wealth is meaningless if your body is vibrating with the fear of scarcity. This is why feeling it real is so much more powerful than thinking it real. When you embody the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the joy, the peace, the freedom, the love, you are conducting the most powerful and coherent act of observation possible. You are not just looking at a potential reality, you are becoming a vibrational match to it. And when you become its match, it has no choice but to coalesce around you. The art of manifestation, then, is the art of letting go. It is a process of subtraction, not addition. You are not trying to get something you don't have. You are letting go of the beliefs, emotions, and resistance that are preventing you from experiencing what is already yours in the quantum realm. Your desired reality already exists. The version of you who is living that reality already exists. Your work is not to build it brick by brick, but to shed the layers of disbelief that are obscuring it from your view. Every time you release a limiting belief, every time you choose peace over anxiety, every time you trust the flow instead of fighting it, you are becoming more transparent to your desired reality. You are clearing the channel, allowing that higher vibrational timeline to merge with your present moment experience. The work is always internal. It is the work of release. Consider the metaphor of a gardener. A novice gardener might try to force a seed to grow. He might yell at it, dig it up every day to check its progress, and flood it with too much water out of anxiety. His effort will only kill the seed, A master gardener, however, understands the power of surrender. She prepares the soil, plants the seed, provides the right amount of water and sunlight, and then she trusts the process. She lets go. She knows that the life force within the seed knows exactly what to do. Her role is not to force the growth, but to create the perfect environment for that growth to occur effortlessly. Your desire is the seed. Your consciousness is the soil. Your state of surrender is the water and sunlight. Stop digging up your seeds to see if they're growing. Plant them with clear intention, nurture them with the feeling of their fulfillment, and then let go and allow the universe to handle the miraculous unfolding. This is why inspiration feels so much better than motivation. Motivation is a push from the outside. It's the ego saying, we have to do this. It's forceful, temporary, and often born from a place of fear or competition. Inspiration, however, is a pull from the inside. It is your higher self, your soul, whispering, this is the way. It feels effortless, joyful, and expansive. When you are in a state of surrender, you become open to inspired action. These are the intuitive nudges, the sudden brilliant ideas, the right place, right time moments that seem to come out of nowhere. This is the universe delivering the how to you step by step. Trying to force action is like trying to push a river. Taking inspired action is like gracefully stepping into the river and allowing its current to carry you effortlessly to your destination. Your only job is to stay in that state of surrendered trust and be willing to act when that inner whisper guides you. Now, what about time? The ego is obsessed with time. It demands to know when the manifestation will arrive. This attachment to a specific timeline is one of the most powerful forms of resistance. It implies doubt. It's like constantly calling the restaurant to ask when your food will be ready, signaling to the chef that you don't trust them. The quantum field exists in an eternal now. Your desire is not in the future. It is in a different vibrational now that you must tune into. By releasing the need for it to happen on your ego's schedule, you are collapsing time. You are demonstrating supreme trust, which accelerates the process exponentially. The moment you truly let go of the when, you open the door for the universe to deliver your desire in the most magical and unexpected ways, often faster than you could have possibly imagined. Trust the divine timing. The universe's clock is always perfect. This process requires you to fall in love with your present reality, even as you are calling in a new one. This sounds like a paradox, but it is essential. If you despise your current circumstances, you are in a state of resistance, and you are anchoring yourself to that very reality. Finding gratitude for where you are right now, for the lessons, for the growth, for the air in your lungs, shifts your entire energetic signature. It tells the universe, thank you for this experience. I am now ready for the next level. You cannot hate your way into a reality of love. You cannot feel lack your way into a reality of abundance. You must find the frequency of your desire in the here and now. Find things in your current life that feel like abundance. Find moments that feel like love. Find feelings that feel like freedom. By amplifying these feelings now, you become a magnet for more experiences that match them. The quantum collapse is not an intellectual exercise. You cannot think your way into a state of surrender. You must feel it. This is why embodiment is the final key. It means living as if. It is not pretending or faking it. It is a genuine shift in your identity. You begin to make decisions as the person who already has what you desire. How would they walk? How would they talk? What would they feel grateful for? How would they treat others? You begin to embody the energetic signature of your future self in the present moment. This is the most potent form of observation. You are not just observing a possibility out there, you are collapsing that possibility into your very cells, into your identity. You cease to be a person who is manifesting abundance, and you become an abundant person from whom abundance naturally flows. This is the shift from doing to being. Let's talk about the role of the external world in this process. As you shift your internal state of being, you must understand that the external world is a lagging indicator. It's like a reflection in a mirror that has a slight delay. You may have profoundly shifted your inner state of surrender and trust, but your 3D reality might take a moment to catch up and reform around your new vibration. This is the critical testing period. This is where most people falter. They look outside for confirmation, see that nothing has changed yet, and immediately revert back to doubt, fear, and trying. This snaps them right back to their old energetic signature. You must learn to trust your inner world more than the outer one. Hold the feeling, maintain the state of surrender and knowing, regardless of what the lagging reflection in the mirror is showing you. Your unwavering faith is the command that compels the mirror to change. Consider the concept of parallel realities or timelines. The quantum field contains an infinite number of them. There is a timeline where you are struggling, and there is a timeline where you are thriving. These are not separated by distance, but by frequency. Trying and effort keep you locked into the frequency of the struggle timeline. Surrender is the act of consciously shifting your own frequency. When you let go, when you trust, when you embody the feeling of your desire, you are literally changing the channel of your reality. You are detuning from the timeline of lack and tuning into the timeline of fulfillment. It's not about forcing the old timeline to change. It's about shifting your consciousness to a new one that is already a perfect match for your desire. This shift can happen in an instant. The moment you truly surrender, you have already jumped timelines. The physical manifestation is simply the natural unfolding of events on that new path. This is why releasing attachment to the outcome is so critical. Attachment is the energy of fear, the fear that you might not get what you want. It is a form of control. When you can honestly say to the universe, I would love for this to manifest, but my happiness and sense of wholeness are not dependent on it, you have reached the ultimate state of creative power. You have removed all energetic charge of neediness and lack. You are telling the universe that you are already whole and complete, which is the highest frequency of abundance there is. And from that state of wholeness, the universe can't help but shower you with experiences that match your completeness. The paradox is that the moment you no longer need it to be happy is the moment it is free to flow into your life effortlessly and joyfully. Your detachment is the key that unlocks the door. Imagine your consciousness as a vessel. When it is filled with the frantic energy of trying, with anxiety, doubt, and the need to control, there is no room for anything new to enter. It is clogged and overflowing with resistance. The act of surrender is the act of emptying your vessel. You pour out the struggle. You pour out the fear. You pour out the attachment to the how and when. You become what the ancient traditions call the hollow bone or the clear channel. You become an empty space, a sacred void, and it is into this emptiness that the universe can finally pour its infinite blessings. You are no longer blocking the flow. You are not even directing it. You are simply becoming the conduit through which the creative intelligence of the cosmos can express itself. You become a co-creator in the truest sense, allowing the divine to work through you, not just for you. So the journey ends where it began, with you, the observer. But you now understand that your power is not in the force of your gaze, but in its quality. It is not in the intensity of your effort, but in the depth of your trust. Stop trying Stop struggling. Stop pushing against the river of life. Your only work is to release the resistance within you. Your only task is to cultivate the feeling state of your wish already fulfilled. Embody it, become it, and then surrender, let go completely. Trust that the quantum field has received your clear, coherent signal and is already collapsing the infinite probabilities into the one reality that matches your being. You are not a powerless victim of circumstance. You are the sole creative power in your universe, and your surrender is the awakening of that power. It is time to stop working so hard and start allowing the magic to unfold. You have been taught that you are a small drop in the vast ocean of reality. But the ultimate truth, the secret hidden in plain sight, is that you are the entire ocean, experiencing itself within a single, precious drop of awareness. You are not in the universe is in you. The quantum field does not respond to your struggle, it responds to your resonance. It does not answer your desperate pleas, it mirrors your state of being. Surrender is not weakness. It is the most profound expression of your creative power. Thank you for allowing this truth to find you. To anchor this new awareness in your being, subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell so you never miss a transmission. And now declare it to the universe by writing this phrase in the comments below. I am the observer, and my surrender is my power. And finally, I leave you with a question. What is one thing you are going to stop trying to do and start allowing into your life? Share your powerful intention with us all. Go in peace and create with grace.